Everyone to stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to our new Options Trading Live channel. Link is below in the description, along with the links to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. Right now, S&P is up 10, Dow's up 84, NASDAQ is up 48. I wasn't able to do a week ahead video yesterday, but I'm going to be doing a kind of a combo video today of my watch list and kind of what I'm thinking of for this week and tomorrow. But before I want to get to it, I just want to show you some of my trades here today, and we're going to get more into my trades. But right now, I did put on a CHGG earnings trade. I did have a losing day trade on Qualcomm. I'll get to that in a second. Tesla, we're going max loss on it. I had a lotto play, as you guys know. It was probably my only lotto play for the year. It's going max loss. And then Twitter, I closed it out. It's not showing it right here. Twitter, I actually had a max loss because I sold. It was part of an earnings trade. The reason why I took it off is because I'm getting a little bit close to expiration. Didn't want to get a sign, so I took the hit. So kind of traded pretty low and slow today. I didn't want to kind of overcommit. And the reason for that, in the last week or so, and I'll get into more detail on some of the trades I was thinking of, like over the last week prior or the week before that. In January and going into February, I was really in the zone. I was hitting my trades left and right. Things were going very well. And then last week, it seemed that my eye was kind of off the ball. I got a little distracted, and I didn't end the week the way that I wanted to. I started it very strong, but I ended it very poorly. And as you can see, some of those trades kind of carried over into this week. So today, I just wanted to kind of monitor, see what was going on with the market, see what was going on with my trades, and kind of go into it from there. I was actually looking to buy some NASDAQ futures today, and just didn't get an opportunity to, because let me just show you this graph. We were ripping down, and then right at open, NASDAQ ripped up, and sure, I honestly didn't think it was going to rip that high, just because last week we kind of been having some issues with the coronavirus and like GDP, and saying we're going to take a hit because productivity, global economy is going to be down because of the coronavirus, China being shut down. So, I think because of the news, maybe I just been thinking too much about it instead of just trading the way that I want to trade. Maybe I've been a little bit cautious. Maybe I haven't been, on my game as much as I want to be, mainly because, outside of trading, I've been doing a lot as well. But speaking of coronavirus, just so you guys know, right now, 42,000 cases have been confirmed, and 1,000 people, just over 1,000 people, have died in China. So, I don't know what that's gonna do to the market. Right now, the market doesn't seem to be caring. I mean, Dow's up 81, Nasdaq's up 46, S&P's up 9 right now. So, market doesn't seem to really care. So, we'll see. And that was happening. Like, the market didn't care, then they did care, then the market didn't care, and then we had the 600 point Dow down day. I mean, it was crazy. So, right now for me, just playing it low and slow, and just want to be hitting my targets, because I've been not that I've been missing my targets, but one of the trade, there was, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 trades that I was looking at that I missed my targets, and not that I lost any money, I didn't actually enter the position. So one of those being on FedEx, I was looking at FedEx, down here around 147. It ripped down to like 146. Thought I was going to tap 145, and then it ripped back up. So that one got away from me, and today it went up a little bit, and kind of it did close up, even though it faded all day. Another one that got away from me as well, and all these stocks I was watching and I didn't take advantage, was BYND. BYND, I was watching what was going to do here, and when it started recovering, I was thinking about putting another position on, and didn't, and could have rode this to 120. And then Boeing was another one. Boeing, I've been watching when it was just hanging out here, 315. It was just kind of consolidating, chilling. I didn't expect it to ramp up that quick, and that's what I mean. Just in the last week, just sometimes you feel like you're not on your game, and that's okay. and when you're not, when you feel like you're not 100%, you're not, your eye is not on the ball. You don't just go into random positions because that's how you lose. So thankfully, I didn't go into the positions. And another one was Square. Square I've been watching as well, and that just like catapulted. And then by the time it was up to like 75, I didn't enter because it was just like, I was watching it down here, 68.70, was having some trouble. I wasn't sure if it was going to break. And then I had my alert set for 71.50. It broke, and I didn't put a position on. So for me, what I'm going to be doing on just concentrating, I had really good setups, and, I blew it. Not that I lost money, but I didn't make money. And the point of trading and doing the work in terms of your due diligence with FedEx, Square, Boeing, is to put the trade on and make money. And all those trades would have been great, would have been fantastic trades, and I didn't trade them. So I feel better now. but that's what I mean. Sometimes you just gotta air it out, and you gotta look at when you're trading, what you did right, and especially what did you do wrong. And it's not that I didn't do any, not that I lost money. It's just because I didn't execute the trade ideas that I had planned. But getting into tomorrow, first up is going to be CHGG. On them, what I have is a Iron Condor. I did get 357 in credit, and I sold the at the money 45 put, 45 call for February 21st, and then I bought the 50 call and the 40 put, so $5 wide on that. Right now, I'm looking for it to be, let's see, tomorrow. Let me do this real quick. So tomorrow, I'm looking at like around here. If implied volatility gets like a 30% crush, it's at 42.75 right now. I'm going to be at like only making like $5. If we have a little bit more premium crush tomorrow, like if it comes up, have a little bit more premium crush. If it stays around 42, 43, I'll be making like 50, 60 bucks. So nothing huge. Just, I wanted to do a small neutral earnings trade just to kind of get the blood flowing again. When you don't feel like you're on your game, when you feel like you're off your game, what helps me the most is just putting on a small trade, get the blood flowing, and just start watching the market and getting back into the swing of things. So when you feel like you're not in a good rotation, just take it easy. What helps me, just do a small trade, get in. And I was actually planning on that for Qualcomm. So Qualcomm I'm actually looking at running right here. So Qualcomm, I did take a $20 loss on, and I think I was just a little bit too ambitious. I saw this run, the market was running. I put the position on right in here. I bought the let's see here, where did I buy? The 87.50 call for next week expiration, had 11 days till expiration. 87 call, I bought it for $1.89, sold it for $1.67. So I bought it when it was ramping up, and then it fell apart. And I'm like, I don't want to lose money on my first trade, so I closed it off, and now it's going back up. But Qualcomm is one of my watches because I do think that it's kind of consolidating on here. It has the same characteristics as like BYND and Boeing, and now I think it could push back up to 95. So I'm watching this right now. Right now it's at 88. So we'll see what happens on that. But I'm watching that. It is a slow mover. Another one that I'm watching tomorrow is Under Armour. So Under Armour reports earnings tomorrow morning, and the reason why I didn't play it is because it's kind of neutral right now. I think that if they beat earnings a lot, it can go up to like 2021. If they don't, it comes back down to 15. The expected move on it for this week was only $2, and I think that it's going to go beyond the expected move, is why I didn't play it for selling earnings. I usually don't buy premium for earnings. I usually just sell premium. So that's why I didn't sell it, because I think it was going to go beyond the expected move. But I do plan on possibly making a play depending on which direction Under Armour is going to go and what was in the report. I'm also looking to make a play on LYFT tomorrow. So they have earnings tomorrow. Obviously, it's been recovering off the lows here. I am a little bit bullish on it, but they are a bit different than Uber. Uber had pretty good earnings. However, Uber has Uber Eats. That's a key driver for its business right now, and Lyft does not have that piece. So I'm not really sure. Might not trade it. We'll see what happens. Might sell some puts, maybe like 45 or something like that. maybe 50. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see where LYFT is going to end up tomorrow. But this week implied volatility is at 109. Next week's at 75%. So I like those odds. Like CHGG today. This week, they only have monthlies, but this month was at 101%. So I really like that. So that's why I sold some premium in there. Also I was looking at /ES tomorrow. So I'm looking to make some futures trades on ES or NQ, and really what I'm looking at is if we get any dip here. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm a little bit concerned with the way the news is going and where the stock market's headed. So it seems like there's no care in the world, but then when it does care, this is going to abruptly sell off. So coronavirus is still getting worse. In America, it's not so bad. It's not getting worse in the U.S. We really haven't had any news about coronavirus in the U.S. And I was saying it earlier today on the live stream that the patients in Chicago did get released and they fully recovered. So there's treatment here in the U.S. and it seems like the patients are doing well. I can't say the same for China. So I don't know what that means. I mean, it's probably going to impact some of the GDP numbers and stuff like that are coming down the line. So we'll see what happens. Also, tomorrow I'm going to be looking at Slack. Slack had a crazy day. They were up 15%, then they're down. They actually halted the stock, and they were up on a Business Insider report saying that Slack scored the biggest customer deal ever, saying IBM had recently decided to deploy technology to all of its 350,000 employees. But then Slack filed an 8-K today saying IBM has been Slack's largest customer for several years and has expanded in its usage of Slack over that time. So it's really downplaying the news that it was like a non-factor to their business. And if you guys know, Slack has been downtrending pretty much all year. They've gone down from a high of 42 all the way down to 19. It's been going lower and lower, and their earnings weren't that good. They were just flat, and then this rallied. So I'm looking for a day trade in here tomorrow, probably back down to like 22 area. Right now it's at 24. So if we can get 22.20 tomorrow, that would be a big move. So I'm looking at a trade in Slack as well. But that's pretty much it. What I have planned for tomorrow. There's some other earnings trades that I might be looking into going into it. But if you guys are blah blah blah, if you guys like the video, like the content, hit the like button. If you guys watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.